Hi guys, it's Amy with A2ZStamping.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple card using the Watercolor Wings Stamp Set. You may have seen my video yesterday that talked about the butterfly framelit dies. I think they're called the bold. Well, I've got them right here. Why don't I just look? I did a video yesterday on the bold butterfly framelits dies, and I had a couple people send me an email, and so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to make a card today showing you how I would like to use this stamp set. So anyway, let's get started. You'll notice with this stamp set, it is called Watercolor Wings. So the stamps are supposed to look watercolor, and these will, well, two-step stamping, but in this case it's 3 or 4 steps. So these 3 are meant to stamp one butterfly, and then these 3 plus this one are meant to stamp one butterfly. So you would stamp this one first, then this one over the top, then this one. But I'll show you kind of what I mean. And I'm going to be using this sentiment, "You are so kind." Remember, these images are at 80%, so the actual stamps are a lot bigger. In fact, let's see, here's the butterflies. Now remember, with your photopolymer stamps, you can see mine have turned hot pink. They will get stained by ink, and that's perfectly normal and fine, and it doesn't hurt the stamps at all. All right, so again, I'm going to be using the big butterfly, and I'm going to be doing the "You are so kind." All right, so to get started, let's stamp our butterfly and cut that out. So I have just a scrap piece. This is rich raspberry cardstock. It's just a scrap piece here. And I'm going to stamp using rich raspberry ink onto rich raspberry. If you saw my video yesterday, I had cut out some butterflies. Let me see if I can find them. I might have them around here. Here we go. So I cut this butterfly out using Tranquil Tide ink, and then I used the bold butterfly framelit, and you see how it leaves a white border. And I mentioned that if you don't want the white border, then you'll want to stamp onto the same color of cardstock as the ink you're using. And so that's what I'm going to do today. All right, so I have the rich raspberry ink. And where's my stamp? Where are you, stamp? Well, I need a block. Actually, I need this big giant block right here. Okay. So first, I need to use all 3 of these. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. All right, so this one first, I'm going to ink this up. Okay, and I'm going to stamp off because I don't want it totally dark. And I'm just going to stamp it right here. Okay, press, don't rock, lift up. All right, now you can barely see that. And of course I picked a nice dark color, so it's really hard to see. There, you can see it. All right. Okay, and let me grab my Stampin' Scrub here and scrub, 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 dry, and my stamp is clean and ready to be put away. All right, next I'm going to grab this next one. So I start with this one, it's my base. Now I'm going to do this one, and I'll do this one last. Now you don't have to do them all in the same color. You could stamp some of them black, some of the layers. You could do different colors. I mean, butterflies are multicolored, so there's lots of different things you can do. Okay, now this time I'm not going to stamp off. And I'm just going to line it up right over the top. And since it's a photopolymer stamp, I can see through it. Line it up. Press, 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 and lift. There. Now see how I have just the edges. All right. Of course, I picked this nice dark color, this rich raspberry, so it's kind of hard to see. If I was doing something like Bermuda Bay, Daffodil Delight, something like that, it would be even cooler. If you pick a lighter color, it's going to turn out even cooler on there. Okay, and I think I'm going to switch to a smaller block for this last one. Yep, it fits on here. All right, let me ink this up. So this one's more like the details. I'm getting ink all over myself. Okay, I'm going to line this up. And press and lift. Perfect. Okay, clean off my stamp. All right. Now, can you see that? There is my butterfly. Sorry, I'm getting a really bad shadow. There's my butterfly. Now, one other thing I need is the little stem of the butterfly. And since this is so dark, I'm just going to stamp it in the rich raspberry. So I have the words on the other side. All right. And I'm just going to line that up right in the center and stamp. There we go. It's my little stem. Clean that off. Okay, and right here I have the "You are so kind." So let me get that on my block here. And I have this piece of Whisper White cardstock. See, I have ink all over my fingers. Okay, and this is cut, let's see, at 3 3/4. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 2 inches. All right. So I want to flip it over the side. I didn't get ink all over. Okay, you are so kind. And this is just in our Whisper White. I've got the rich raspberry ink, and I'm going to stamp it right here at the bottom. Okay, you are so kind. Stamp. Perfect. All right, clean off my stamp. Set that aside. All right, and that's all my stampings. Now I can put my ink away. Okay, let's see. Do I need to wipe off my hands, or am I going to be okay? I probably should go wash my hands, but whatever. You know, I like to live on the edge like that. Okay, so now let me grab out my Big Shot. And if you saw my video yesterday, you may have seen that I talked about how my butterfly is bent a little. Sometimes that happens. It's my own fault anyway. And so, but it's still usable. You can't really flatten them back out, but you can still use them, and I'll show you my trick. So I have my standard platform, the thin die adapter, and I have the precision plate here. And I'm just going to lay this on here. And then what I do is I take a piece of washi tape, because washi tape comes off of anything. It won't ruin anything. And this is just some old piece of washi tape. Okay. And I'm going to line this up exactly how I want it. Okay, come on. That looks good. And I'm just going to stick the washi tape right over the top just to hold this in place, because since it's bent, it would have moved around, and the washi tape will hold it in place. Anytime you have a die that's moving around on you, that works really well. All right, so let me run this through the Big Shot. Okay, and I'm just gonna, actually, I'm gonna pull it out. Okay, and I can, let me grab this. Now I can put this away. Okay, and here we go. So I can, you can see I did one earlier. All right, I'm just gonna peel this. Actually, the butterfly will pop right out. I'm just gonna pull this out. The washi tape comes right off. This can go in the garbage. And this can get put away. Oh, right in here. With my other, this also comes with the bold butterfly thinlits, framelits, but I'm not using that one, so I'll put that one away. All right. And this piece of washi tape right here will peel right off, and it won't hurt my stamp at all. There you go. So now you can see this one that I showed in a video yesterday. See the white border? And this one, since I stamped on the color, you don't notice the border as much. So it's kind of just a personal preference what you're going for. Okay, I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to kind of bend my wings up a little bit, just because that's how I want to do it later. All right, and now let's assemble our card. So I have a piece of rich raspberry cardstock. It's cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And let me fold that over. Use my bone folder to give a nice crease. My card's going to open this way. All right, then I have a piece of white cardstock. This is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Oh, I do have more stamping. See, I'm getting ahead of myself, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to glue this on while I'm thinking about it. So I'll grab my SNAIL. I thought there was more stamping, but you know what? Whatever. Okay, so let me just glue this on. When I'm using a dark color like this, like rich raspberry, I like a nice bright color like white so that everything really stands out. Okay, now I have another piece of rich raspberry cardstock. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And I want to do a little bit of stamping on this. Just because I wanted to add a little more texture to my card. So I'm going to use this stamp right here. And I got that right here. And I'm going to grab my rich raspberry ink out again. Let me make sure I'm still in the camera shot because I moved everything around. Yep, I am. All right. So I'm just going to ink this up. And I just want to stamp all around the edge. Oh, I don't like how I did that, so I'm going to flip it over. Remember, every piece of paper has 2 sides. Okay, this time I'm actually going to look at what I'm doing. Okay, so let's go. 1, 2, and let's do this. 3, 4, and now I want to go here and here, so let's go 1 and 2. There we go. All right, I like it. Let me clean this off. All right, and that's ready to be put away. Okay, now I can put my ink away. Okay, now I can finish putting my card together. Okay, so I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this. You can hear my little boy is outside, right outside the window, playing baseball by himself, but he keeps hitting balls against the window. Okay, there we go. There's that. Okay, now with this piece, I wanted to add some ribbon. So I have this rich raspberry ribbon. And what's this called? This is called it's 1/4 inch stitched edge ribbon. Isn't that pretty? It's really cool. Ignore the ink all over me. All right, sorry. And now my upside down bracelet's gonna bug me. Okay. So this is the rich raspberry stitched edge ribbon. So I'm gonna grab a little tiny piece here and cut this off. And I'm going to wrap it around the back, and I like to just grab a piece of Scotch tape. Just going to grab one piece with ribbon like this that's really thick or really tiny. So I'm going to just wrap it around. Okay, flip it over and tape it down. All right, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to take another piece, and you guys are going to die. I have to use a lot because I'm terrible at tying bows. I'm going to take another piece, and I didn't need nearly this amount, but whatever. And I'm going to tie a bow. So when I try to cut the ribbon smaller though, I can't do it. So yes, I waste a lot of ribbon and I hate it, but whatever. All right, bow, let's go this way. Bow, pull this through. Okay, so I'm going to start with a big bow, and then I want to make it smaller. Pretty tiny. Okay. And actually, let's see. I'm not going to be happy that I went under instead of over, but we're going to make it work. Okay. I want it a little bit tinier than that. All right. So there we go. Okay. And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut these off really tiny. 1 and 2. Let's see. How does this look? Oh my goodness. See, this is the worst part, is the tying of the bows. And I will sit and fuss with these forever. And I'm like, why do I do that? Nobody cares. Okay. If you can relate, raise your hand right now. Okay. All right. It's cute enough. Well, it's not really cute, but I'm not going to fuss forever. I swear I'm not. Okay. Come on, little loop. Okay, that's better. Okay, I like it better. This one's just a little too long. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, now I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to put some adhesive on here. 1, 2. I probably should have done that before I stuck the bow, but whatever. You see, that wasn't too hard. And I'm going to put this right in the center here. See how the white really helps it all to pop out? Okay, now with my butterfly, so I bent it up a little. I'm going to take a couple of glue dots of so I've got the mini glue dots here. Let me stick them on. 1 and 2. I'm going to stick those right on the back. Okay. And I'm going to put this on just like this. All right. And now, okay, see how the wings pop up? It's so pretty. Now I felt like it needed just a little bit more. So I have our rhinestones. Just going to grab one here. Pop it on. Okay, I'm going to use my bone folder here to mess with it. Get it right where I want it. I'm going to want it right up here in the top. Okay, and press. All right, and there we go. Now, it's probably not, and I'm going to make a shadow, but since I picked a nice dark color, you're probably not seeing it. But in real life, it's actually really pretty, and I can see all of the detail in the butterfly really well. Here's one I did earlier. Same thing, rich raspberry. Now, one last thing I want to do with my card is, this rich raspberry is pretty dark. So I'll show you what I do. I just grab a piece of, Whisper White cardstock. And I want to cut it to 5 1/4 by 4. So let's go this way. 5 1/4 by 4. So I'll go 4. And I need 2 of them. So 2 of them, 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm just going to put that aside. put adhesive on the back of both of these. 1, 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to stick them just right on the inside. That way I don't have to worry about getting like a black, something really dark to write with. Now it won't matter. There we go. All right. So here is my super simple card using the, there we go, Watercolor Wings Stamp Set. I hope you'll consider checking this one out. I've had this one for about 1.5 years now, and I've gotten a lot of use out of it. The little moments with you matter a lot to me. That's really sweet. Just for you, and you are so kind. So this is a fun set to own. So anyway, check me out at a2zstamping.com, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.